understandable. ENYIMBA are two very good players, of course, who on the day made sure that, of course, they accounted for the goals. And I like the fighting spirit on the part of Remo Stars. So I wasn't too surprised that they did come back. Now they gave him all the space in the world to have done that. He got the opportunity and, of course, buried. That's ENYIMBA's first goal there. Now this criminal, you don't give an attacker all this space and time. You know, he will choose his spot, select his spot, and drop it behind the goalkeeper. Albeit, they've learned their lesson. Soon after that, they came back and they showed that they are really that hungry. And now what about this? Equalizer to make it 1-1 in the game. And they've always had problems scoring goals. That's talking about
Remo Stars.
However, they did score 5 on the final. They matched the 18. Perhaps to show their intentions. They had guys like Junior Lokosa. Lokosa did come in, and Lokosa did some of his crucial this is.
And that was his first goal for Remo Stars since his return to the country. Just a half season, he came to join Remo Stars.
Yeah, a poacher's instinct. He shows that he still got it in him. Coming in, not also about 16 seconds after coming in, of course, he made hay. That's justifying his experience and his hay. I just cannot wait to see what he'll do, especially when he gets to meet Rivers United. Well, that's talk for another day.
Now, this was a penalty call for ENYIMBA, took a bit, and yes, it will call for a bit of controversy. Was it just outside the 18-yard area where the contact was made, or right in the 18-yard area? Mike, your thoughts?
In my opinion, that's outside the area. I mean, you saw the slow-mo of that, and that depicted it, but trust footballers, quite good at diving, of course. He took a dive and remained there almost forever.
Well, there was contact, Mike, you can't say.
The contact was, in my opinion, outside the 18-yard box, and the line is there to determine, well, you know, well demarcated, so to say, the line. If it weren't well demarcated, that's it. But then it's entered, and Emeka scoring yet again. He scored 14 in the league.
And this is his 15th.
They seem to be not catching that ball right now. Emeka will be on that.
Well, things they didn't stay too long, because just at in the dying embers of the game, Remo Stars made sure that they got a goal, and of course picked a point in this one. Again, poor defending from ENYIMBA, which more or less states their season. I mean, in games you would expect ENYIMBA to come through victoriously. Easily they struggled with, Mike.
You took that out of me. Against Plateau United, these guys were leading, they came back. Against Insurance, they came back. A magnificent free kick from Imade, they came back. So about 6 matches this season, ENYIMBA couldn't keep a lead. Even in the Federation's Cup, they were leading United 88 minutes. Plateau United came back to score 2 goals. It's something they really have to work hard about. In goal, with Dele Olorunleke in goal, I mean, Ojo Olorunleke in goal, they really have to watch against conceding late goals, because it's been the Achilles heel so far this season. All
right, Mike, let's leave that fixture and move to the other one, where we saw Rivers United, defending champions of the NPFL, come through in winning ways. First game, I guess it just continued from the last 3 fixtures that were rescheduled before they played the final game, where they picked a 7 point from a possible 9. And I guess, well, they did what they had to do with that victory, the only victory for Matchday 1.
Well, experience came to play in this. I thought they would have been jaded because of their continental experiences and the rest of them. But all they did to do was score the needed goal. Just score 1 goal, become mean defensively. And the good thing about this team is that goals can come from every quarter. Ebubeduri can come from the back, represent goals. From the middle, you have Onoja, he can come in and score the goal. And from nowhere.
And you're talking ENYIMBA and Wangwa also in front.
If he's not assisting, ENYIMBA is scoring. The penalty now, of course, trust Ebubeduru, who converted about 5 goals this season, to be on duty at times. It's very crucial. Should he get a crucial penalty like this and miss, chances like this don't come twice in a playoff like this, because you need to maximize all your points. And of course they got it, they kept it, and Ebubeduru, formerly of LOBI, but now of Rivers United, made sure he made hay when it came to that.
It was a poor defending situation, of course, a great penalty take by Ebube there. And that more or less was the only goal we saw on the day for Rivers United. And as it says, they go pole position atop the table. That man there, the most experienced, vastly experienced coach in the NPFL. I'm talking no other than Stanley Eguma.
Yeah, Eguma has seen it all. He's done it all. No surprises during a press conference some 48 hours before this competition started. He said, listen, we are defending champions. A lot of people are after our trophy. We will guide it jealously and we'll make sure that we do not release it. Perhaps he's letting his talking appear on the pitch by garnering the important 3 points in that very first match.
And again, against the Sunshine Stars, who, well, nobody saw them coming, going through Doma United. Everybody had eyes on Doma United and Abia Warriors to nick that final third spot for the championship playoffs. But Sunshine Stars, out of the blues, made sure they came into winning ways. After beating Niger Tornadoes away from home, Dakada was as good as done, and that was exactly what they did. Anyway, moving away from the regular season, let's come into that final fixture for match day one. Bendel Insurance that has actually gone unbeaten all through. The team with the most draws in the NPFL, 10 of those, more than any other team in the NPFL, continue to find fashion of the draws also.
Yeah, that was a game in which we saw LOBI dominate, especially the first half. Second half, but couldn't score. Joseph Atule was a terror on the day. He was a viewer's delight. Coming from the left wing, Atule couldn't be stopped. He was just taking a look at how he zipped past them there, keep the ball. Unfortunately, there was no striker there to bury. Shows how good Insurance has been defensively. In fact, that has been their forte. They've not been scoring goals of late, but then they've been defending very well. But then they do need to watch, whoever gets to play against LOBI needs to watch Joseph Atule. He's mazy, clever runs. He has this low center of gravity. You never have the ball. And what about this for a miss from Insurance? About 3 chances to have buried this ball. But Insurance simply could not do it. Something tells me they live to regret it. But could he be fatigued? Some 48 hours before this match, Insurance played Warri Wolves in the Federations Cup semi-finals. So to have played this match, perhaps it's fatigue. But who says you shouldn't have 48 players? You weren't given a limit as to the players you should sign. So have a big team, a large team, rest some and play some.
All right, let's see what the table looks like. And Ken, if you're just joining us, we are here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, match day 2 of the Nigeria Professional Premier Football League Super 6 Tournament Championship playoffs. Rivers United atop the table, the only team with a win so far by the odd goal. And ENYIMBA, of course, by virtue of the 2-2 draw they had against Remo Stars, second and third. Bendel Insurance, LOBI Stars are yet to put a point on board. For Sunshine Stars, the only team that has considered defeat so far as things are. Well, there's quite a number of games to play for, Mike. After today, it will be 3 more fixtures to determine who will be champions as things are. Rivers United are actually very, very stubborn. If they get a win again, it looks as though, anyway, they were considered favorites to actually win the title and defend their title.
Yeah, but I still think we still got more match days. We play 5 matches each. So from what I think, I wouldn't write off teams that are even at the bottom of the table right now. That's talking about Sunshine. I say this because they've got a wily old coach. When Edith Agoye was kicked out, permit me to say kicked out of 3SC last season, a lot of people thought that was the end of Edith Agoye. But he quietly went to Sunshine, did his magic, just like you said, against all odds, got the better of Doma, got the better of Abia United, and he's here on merit. So I think you shouldn't be written off. Yes, Rivers has a shout, but it's still match day 1. Today we'll see what match day 2 portends.
All right, the fans of ENYIMBA International, the Aba elephants, are here with us, and of course are putting out full support for the Aba billionaires. I mean, they should be billionaires at this point in time. They should be tired of being millionaires as it is. But then a good fixture to also look forward to. Remember, we've got 3 of them coming your way. It will be LOBI Stars at ENYIMBA first game, and of course the other fixture is Rivers United also that will catch up. But then again, let's see what LOBI ENYIMBA will have to do. When we return from this break, a bit of a breakdown, and of course we listen to the coaches. Check 1 2, check 1 2. No, you talk to Femi. We expect to see the fans are coming through to the Mobology Johnson Arena as the day progresses for these fixtures. LOBI Stars are aimed by the first one to look out for kickoff in a few minutes, while defending champions Rivers United will battle it out against a very dogged Remo Stars, who you have to say has to be the form team so far. And for the unbeaten side, that will always be their title. Pendle Insurance against the Sunshine Stars, who will be hoping they do not concede another defeat here today. All right, a whole lot to look forward to. Let's start off first with LOBI Stars at ENYIMBA, Mike. And you have to agree with me on the head-to-head situation. LOBI does have the upper hand in the last 5 they played. It is just one win. This LOBI Stars has managed over ENYIMBA. 2 losses, and of course, ENYIMBA gets in the other 2 losses and 2 draws as things stand by. Baba Ganaru, it has a very dogged side, dominated Group B in the regular season until Rivers United were done with their continental exertions, and of course, I came through and more or less took off a pole position of them.
I think LOBI is one of the revelations of this season. I say so because last season, LOBI was almost relegated when Dominic was called in.
Mike, what are you talking about? No, LOBI Stars revelation? LOBI Stars are side in the NPFL.
Last year, they were almost relegated.
Yeah, EOFA came through.
EOFA came in, did the magic. This time, they recruited, and that they did well. They had lots of experiences. Now, they not only went for guys that are dogged in the league, you know, they went for guys like Christian Mad, who've tested action here, like Rangers when they won the league, went to Portugal and came back. He had Kalu Oji and the rest of it. So that experience kind of made it a more secure side. When you got Baba Ganaru, serial winner of the league with Kano Pillars and the rest of them. So he's got a side that really is on the main. However, they've got tough teams, like you said, Rivers United. I think they've done well. I think they've recruited well. I just mentioned external, for me it was external signings. At home, they did their homework. While they were traveling around the local government, they got a certain kid called Kumanga Suru, who before last season had never played any organized football. But this young kid has come and scored nothing less than 5 goals. So Kumanga, always in jersey number 8 for this team. They went to Katsina and got Joseph Atule. Nobody did know that. So for my information, so for me, I think it's great. Picking players and turning them into something else. For me, that's what coaching is all about. And that's what Baba Ganaru has imputed into LOBI.
It's a good thing that you are talking about the coaches, but I did catch up with both of them. Of course, we know Finidi George is a legend of Nigerian football and has been doing pretty decently with this ENYIMBA side. Him first, and then we'll listen to Baba Ganaru also.
Nice, Moses.
It's a massive one against ENYIMBA. You know what that is. You have experienced it. What do we expect from your team?
Well, I expect a very good result because when you're in a competition like this, you need to start winning because it's a 3-point that's very important. We know we drew the last match and we need to have the maximum 3 points today so that to be in the rest.
What are you looking for? To goal scoring seems to be a struggle with your lads.
Well, last match, to be sincere, we are very wasteful, and I think today we are going to get it right.
It is ENYIMBA, and we know the kind of might they come with.
Yeah. I know it's ENYIMBA, which we are LOBI. Of course, we are going to do our possible best.
Okay. Now, I'm very much interested in how you think the 38th matchday fixture and the Abridged League helps you to actually propel your team forward.
Come again?
How have you managed with playing a 38th matchday fixture and the Abridged League where you don't play enough games?
Well, you know, Abridged League is a very difficult one. Once you made a mistake, if care is not taken, you have gone. And when you manage to get something away, maybe 1, 2, 3 aways, you also be at the top. That's what we did. We managed to have, what do you call it, good matches at home. We managed to pick some matches on the road. And we are now, our target is to finish within the Super 3. We finish so that to participate in the Super 6.
Coach Finito, match day 2 of the Super 6. I know you would have wished you had a game, a win in the first game. What are we looking forward to against LOBI Stars?
It's going to be a difficult one, but I think we are capable of winning the second game. Quite unfortunate that in the first game we didn't win it. At the end of the day, we all got 1 point each. It's going to be a difficult game, but we are focused for this game, and definitely we're going to win it.
Now, it's been a bit we've seen ENYIMBA on the continent. Would that be your desire at the end of the Super 6?
We'll all work towards winning the league. I must say that I think looking at what we've done this season, no team is better than ENYIMBA from what I've seen. But we have to showcase ourselves and see how we can win it. If that is not possible, we'll see how we can get the continental ticket.
How would you say your team has fared with the abridged league as opposed to the 38th matchday fixtures?
It was a difficult one. For me personally, I'm not used to that. I was thinking we're going to play 38 matches, but that was not the case. A little bit of struggle here and there, but at the end of the day, we got that third place, which that's why we're here. So onwards, we'll see how we can get our team in better mentality and see how we can win the league. Go for it.
All the best, coach.
Thank you very much.
Well, at his very first steam with this ENYIMBA international side, Finidi Gerald was on the continent, interestingly, with them. They had a pretty decent run. Incidentally, that ended in the group stages. So all the best to him. Hopefully, he can actually pick one of the 2 tickets available. Remember, the team that finishes first and second will qualify for the CAF Champions League, while our representative will come from the 3rd place in the CAF Confederations Cup, while the winners of the Federation Cup will be the 2nd representatives on the continent in the CAF Confederations Cup, where if things don't turn out well for Bendel Insurance here, they have a second shot at it. So in this particular fixture, Mike, you got to tell us, what do we expect to see here? ENYIMBA has got, we know they can score the goals. The question is, can they shut out from their defense?
That's the problem. Ability to keep a lead, I think, will be their problem. Today, they've got Ojo Olorunleke in goal. He's quite experienced. Remember him right from when he was at Kiwa. Incidentally, he did play at this stadium when this was the Onikon Stadium. So I'd like to see Ojo do his magic and coordinate the defense. He sure has to do that. Against a rampaging LOBI side that has no respect for anybody.
And you are worried about Atule, isn't it?
I'm worried. Everybody has a right to be worried because he's nippy, he's quick, he's clever. If you're not clever about marking him, you end up considering a penalty. And that is what they, of course, would not want to do. So it promises to be an enticing game. ENYIMBA always have the feeling that, come what may, they've got a goal scorer in Obioma. So let's see Emeka Obioma try to do his thing against very, very intelligent and clever defenders like Sekwa for LOBI.
Emeka Obioma, the only player in the NPFL on double digits as it is, and is looking to extend that with 4 more fixtures to come through. We've got 2 languages as regards commentary. It will be Timi Oweye with the Pidgin English, and of course Emmanuel Etim, who will be supported by Mike here for the English commentary. All of this as we get set for the first 45 minutes here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena as match day 2 of the Nigeria Premier Football League. The Super 6 championship players to determine the champion of the NPFL when we return from this.
return for day 2 of the Championship Playoff tournament mapped out by the league organizers, the IMC, to determine the champion. We love Lagos, laced with their multicolored boots, competing for the biggest prize in the country. The weather aligning perfectly for today's occasion right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. And this amazing city. 5 goals were scored on Matchday 1. 4 of those coming in the opening fixture involving Remo Stars and ENYIMBA International Football Club. The Elephants open up proceedings today against a team who have failed to conquer their opposition despite occasionally having a chunk of the possession. And the menacing runs of a certain individual called Joseph Atule. And it's the presence of some dignitaries. Of course, the most important stakeholders are referred to as football fans. Without football fans, what is football? They are the propellers, they are the inspiration behind some of